welcome back to How to Etsy. I'm making another one of these, like I said I would, like 4 months ago.
How to Etsy, bloop, bloop, bloop.
I got paid by YouTube for the second time since I've had my channel, so like twice in 5 years. And with all that money, I bought a microphone. Look, here it is. It's recording right now. We'll see how it sounds. I haven't played around too much with it, but there's a first time for everything. This is what it sounds like without the microphone. This is what it sounds like with the microphone. Anyway, you didn't come here for my sound quality. You came here to learn about Etsy. I started writing out the script for this video and all the things I wanted to say about taking pictures for Etsy, and I decided that I actually want to split this video into 2 parts. The first part, which is what you're about to watch, being what types of pictures you should take so that you can have a plan for when you go into part 2, actually taking the pictures. Pictures are important if you're selling anything online. If you've ever bought anything online, you know this. Would you purchase something that was just a description? No pictures at all? No. I don't know why I'm explaining to you why pictures are important. You obviously know this. When you go to shop for something and you see really nice pictures that clearly depict what you're buying, you are more likely to buy that thing versus someone who's selling the exact same thing that took like one crummy picture of it from 5 yards away, but they described it really well. But it doesn't matter because we're visual creatures. We see with our eyes, unless you are blind, in which case you will very much appreciate that detailed description. That's another video. So I'm gonna talk about some kinds of pictures you absolutely want to have. I feel like you must have these things, but not everyone does. And there are plenty of people who sell tons of stuff on Etsy without hitting all of these marks. But I want to help you make your shop as shopper friendly as possible, so that people, when they come to your shop, they're like, yes, oh, I don't even have to send this person any convos because all of the information I need is right here. Etsy goals, no customer service ever. No, that's not true. You're always gonna have customer service. That's another video! So let's start. What should you be aiming for with your pictures? First thing, you get 5 picture slots on every Etsy listing. I highly encourage you to use all 5 picture slots. It gives you a chance to show off the item from every possible angle. When you go into a store and you pick up something to look at and decide if you want to buy it, you can turn it over, you can see the bottom, the side, the top, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can shake it, you can hear it. You want to take pictures that convey as much of the things you would be looking for if you picked this up and turned it over in a store as possible. You can do that by using all 5 pictures. The other advantage to using all 5 pictures is it will keep people on your listing for longer. However Etsy's algorithm works, the more activity your shop is seeing, the more likely it is to be like pushed towards the front of searches. So you want people to hang out in your listings, and having all 5 pictures is a great way to do that. So of those 5 pictures, you should absolutely 100% include close-ups. Close-ups. Really nice close-ups. We want to see the texture. We want to feel the lumps on the purple creature's head. It's a booba, in case you don't know. You want to see it as if you're like right there, looking right at it. Second, and in my opinion, this is the most important picture you can take, and it is the one that I see the least in Etsy listings. So if you include this picture in your Etsy listing, in my opinion, you're already like eons ahead of everyone else on Etsy who isn't doing this. Include a size comparison picture. And I am guilty of not doing this, and it got me a lot of flack from people who bought my hoops and got them and were like, this hoop is enormous, I can't use it. I'm assuming that's what everyone who bought my hoops sounded like. And then I would write them and be like, no, listen, adult hoops are really useful and good. And then they'd write back and be like, this is so smart, I should have known. I do have like decent size comparison pictures that I did put in some listings, but I really should have had one in every single listing because I could have avoided a lot of that pain. And I have seen it in other Etsy shop reviews too. Item was bigger than I was expecting. Item was smaller than I was expecting. I did not get as much of the item as I was expecting. I got way too much of the item. I wasn't expecting that much, but You can avoid this by simply putting something in the picture with your item that makes it clear how big or small it is. If you have a small item, this can be as simple as just putting it on your hand than taking a picture. Because if you just take a picture of something on a white background, even if you describe the dimensions of the item in great detail in your description, people still aren't going to know if it's the size of a squirrel or an elephant. You can use any common object as your size comparison, but I highly recommend using your body. People know about how big other people are, so when they see the object with a person, then they have a much better sense of the size of the object. You're gonna save yourself a lot of headache, you're gonna save yourself from a lot of confused reviewers who are like, I didn't know what size it was until I got it, and now it's not what I was expecting, so 4 stars instead of 5. Another thing I really recommend you include, that not a lot of people include, is a usage example. How would one use your product? What does your product look like in its natural habitat? Take a picture of that and put it in your listing. Even if you think it is obvious. If it's a mug, take a picture of someone drinking out of it. If it's a mobile, take a picture of it hanging from a ceiling. If it's a toy, take a picture of someone playing with it and having fun, like on the boxes of all those toys you bought when you were a kid in the 90s. But this is especially helpful if you're selling something kind of weird and quirky and people wouldn't know what to do with them. For example, these perler art things. I like to hang them on my wall, so you can include like a cool picture of a wall full of perlers. It's the sort of thing that's going to make it easier for people to buy from you if they see how they can use your product once they get it in their hot little hands. Finally, if you are selling an object that comes in different styles or colors, you want to include examples of those styles or colors in your listing. So a color chart or a style chart, something that shows all of the options clearly so that when people go to check out, they know what they're getting and they're not just guessing blindly. So that's a very easy one, but if you're opening your first shop and you don't have pictures of all of the colors and styles that you'll need to include in custom listings, make sure you have them before the listing goes live. So those are the types of pictures you will want to be thinking about taking when you go to actually set up your photo shoot for your item. You see why I wanted to break this video into 2 parts? Because this is already really long, I'm sorry. But I hope you found it helpful. I would encourage you to go to Etsy yourself, search for whatever item it is that you are intending to sell, and see what sort of pictures people are taking of them. Good listings versus listings you'd look at and be like, this picture could be improved, because that's a good skill to develop. Be thinking about that for next time when I actually show you how to take some pictures. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Jess. I post videos to this channel every week. They're not always about Etsy, but I try to make them entertaining. If you want to see more of my face, please click subscribe. And if you found the content of this video helpful, please hit the like button. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I will see you the next time I make a video. Goodbye! And my cat just climbed on a crinkly thing. We'll see if that sounds different with the microphone. My dog is shaking her collar. Let's see what the microphone does. And my cat just climbed on a crinkly thing. We'll see if that sounds different with the microphone. My dog is shaking her collar. Let's see what the microphone does.